We're going to learn more about a support group, and they can be a lot more important than people give them credit for sometimes. We're going to learn more about warriors, wisdom of warriors, called WOW. Joining us today, we have Amy Kuhlman and we have Katie Hunt. They're both with Mercy Health St. Rita's, and thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, Holly.
Okay, so who wants to start? Tell us about this wisdom of warriors.
Why don't we let Amy talk, since it was really her concept.
All right, Amy, start us off.
So Wisdom Warriors is a breast cancer support group. I was diagnosed last April with breast cancer, and I decided when I was diagnosed that I was going to be very transparent on Facebook about my journey. And through the process, I was hoping to at least help people and tell about my journey, influence people, women, to get mammograms or any, colonoscopies, whatever the case may be. And as I was going through my journey, I texted Katie the one day and said, hey, do we have a support group? Because I feel that this is important and that we need it. And as a patient, I felt having someone there in person as well to go to when you have questions, because sometimes not being able to see somebody for 2 days feels like 2 months. And so I texted her and asked her if we had a support group, and she said, no, do you want to have one? And I said, absolutely.
Wow. So Katie, this was something exciting, I assume, when you heard about this. You're like, a support group, and she wants to start it. That this was like, something that you were probably not expecting.
Well, I know Amy, and she is transparent, and she's actually a pretty prominent fixture here at St. Rita's Medical Center. So she really is leading the pack, if you will. But we have had support groups off and on over my career. Obviously, with COVID, everything kind of shut down, and so now we're kind of opening the doors back up to reconnecting. But the idea of a support group, particularly for breast cancer survivors, certainly resonates with Amy and many of our own employees, along with the entire community. When 1 out of 8 people are diagnosed, Holly, it's pretty significant, and it's relevant. So the fact that Amy is going to kind of lead the program and speak of her own experiences certainly makes sense. And having individuals connecting with those that are going through the same diagnosis and treatment can be very worthwhile for individuals. So we're really excited about having it, yes.
So Amy, tell us about what a typical meeting would be like for you guys getting together.
So the plan is for each meeting to be a little bit different. So we may have speakers, art therapy, music therapy, pet therapy, journaling, massages, yoga. Each one will be a little bit different, and it'll be more for the support group members to kind of run each meeting and kind of choose what they want, and we'll incorporate different things as we go.
Right. Were you surprised at the people reaching out and discussing things with you as you were being so transparent and putting it out there, your journey?
Yeah. Yes. I had pictures of people in their gowns as they was getting their mammograms, and actually put out that we was going to be starting the support group. The response from everybody that was willing to donate their time was very overwhelming.
Wow, making a difference in so many different ways. So is your journey through cancer a lot different than what you thought it would be? Because you work in the hospital, and you're around it all.
Yeah. Yes. So I have an amazing support group, whether my family, friends, my work family. It's been very overwhelming. I have people behind me. My community is amazing. So I'm not quite finished yet. I have 3 more treatments to go, but well over the hump. But it has been very interesting. I have been very blessed to have very minimal side effects, but being over at the cancer center every 3 weeks and hearing everybody else's struggles, I do feel very blessed to have been not impacted by it terribly. So
right. Okay, so what are your plans? Where are these support meetings going to be held? Where they're located at?
So they will be at St. Rita's in the resource library, and they will be the first Thursday of every month at 6 p.m.
All right. Do you want people to register ahead of time, or should they just show up?
Yeah, we're not asking it for registration, really. We just want people to show up. Again, it's every other, the first Thursday of the month at 6 o'clock, and it's free of charge. There is no cost. But it's so valuable for individuals, particularly women, to connect with other women going through the same thing, Holly, and realizing there is hope at the end, there is light at the end of the bridge, and there is power and knowledge. So learning and gaining resources and education and information in these support groups to help you get through your treatment is going to be very valuable. We're really looking forward to it. It's open to the public. We can't wait to get started.
Wow. Yeah, exciting stuff. Thank you, Amy, for sharing your story and starting Wisdom of Warriors and telling us about it and starting the support group.
Absolutely.
Thanks. All right, don't go away. New Edition continues in a moment.